Just last month, News 6 spoke with advocates and opponents of Amendment 4 on the weekly. The voting registration amendment is on the November ballot. If given enough votes, it would automatically restore voting rights to certain felons. While those for the amendment believe convicted felons deserve a second chance with a fresh start, opponents say voting rights for felons do pose a risk.
And in just hours, the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition will hold a rally with a special guest, singer, songwriter, and actor John Legend.
The entertainer launched a Free America campaign in 2014 to reform the nation's criminal justice system. Joining us now is Desmond Meade from the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So for those who don't know, give us kind of an idea of what Amendment 4 what it's all about and why we're kind of trying to earn more votes at today's rally.
Well, Amendment 4 gives American citizens an opportunity to earn the eligibility to vote once they have completely served all portions of their sentence as ordered by a judge. And the amendment would not apply, however, to people who are convicted of murder or people who are convicted of felony sexual offenses.
And I think a lot of people may not realize that Florida is just one of 4 states that doesn't already have that in place.
Yes, definitely. Florida is definitely an outlier. It's very clear that our system is broken. When you have states like Texas, South Carolina, and Georgia that restore the eligibility to vote back to American citizens after they've completed their sentence, we know that Florida is way out of touch, out of step with the rest of the country.
And you have John Legend coming in for an event today. And how did all that come about, and how did he get involved with this movement? You
know, that's a great question. I believe that, and John Legend got involved for the same reason why you have the Christian Coalition that's endorsing our movement, why you have the Coke industry that's endorsing our movement. People from all walks of life are recognizing that this is the right thing to do, that we know that when the debt is paid, guess what? It's paid. And we should allow people to move on with their lives and have that opportunity to be a part of our community again. And so when John seen the work that we were doing and how we were doing it, because this organic grassroots movement have been able to unite people from all walks of life, from all political persuasions, from all races to come together along the lines of humanity. That's why we're polling at over 74% in every major media market, every part of the state. People are saying yes to second chances.
And there's research that shows that when something like this is in place, that it keeps people from reoffending. So it can really help society in general is what some
most definitely. You know, even from the Florida Parole Commission, which is now the Office of Offender Review, when they did their studies, even back in 2011, it showed that when you restore a person's civil rights or when you let them to reintegrate back into their community, we were able to reduce the recidivism rate from 33% to 11%. And what that means that there's less crime. That means that there are more people contributing to the tax base, paying their fair share of taxes, right? And that means that we have safer communities. So it's a win-win for everyone.
So this rally, it's going to be a big one. Give us some ideas of what we can expect.
Well, one of the things that I love about this rally and having John Legend is that music brings people together.
Yes, it
music
does.
break down barriers. And that's what this campaign has managed to do, right? We've been able to get people from all walks of life. And so this afternoon when John comes, we're really going to kind of celebrate that. How we people can come together from all walks of life and make a difference and really move the needle and bring Florida back in line with the rest of the country. It also is going to highlight the stories of returning citizens. You know, often we use ex-felon, but you know what? What we've seen in studies show is that when we call somebody that, we increase the likelihood of them recidivating. So why not put more positive energy in the air? And we chose returning citizens because that's what we are. Citizens who've made mistakes and returning back into the community. And so we're going to share their stories and show the diversity of the impact of this issue and show the diversity of what's right with this country when we come together and we move issues like this across the line.
So everyone's invited to come out to Evans High School at 3:30 today.
Everyone. I mean, matter of fact, I'm even bringing my brother from another mother, Neil Vose. You know, he's a conservative, a big, big guy, just a cuddly white guy that's a conservative. But guess what? He's my brother. He's even coming along, and we're going to hang out, and we're going to show that, you know what, at the end of the day, what we're dealing with transcends partisan politics. What we're dealing with transcends racial anxieties. We're in a very a beautiful place, and that's dance along the lines of humanity, people over politics, people's lives over politics. And this is one of the few bright spots that this country sorely needs to see.
Well, it sounds like a great event. We can't wait to see coverage from later today. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure.